Sadly, we're a nation in decline, and yet they go after a popular president, a president that got more votes than any sitting president in the history of our country, by far, and did much better the second time in the election than the first. And they go after him on a boxes hoax, just like the Russia hoax and all of the others. This has been going on for 7 years. That they can't stop because it's election interference at the highest level. There's never been anything like what's happened. I'm an innocent man. I'm an innocent person. They had the Mueller hoax, the Mueller report, and that came out. No collusion after 2.5 years. That was set up by Hillary Clinton and Democrats. But this is what they do. This is what they do so well. If they would devote their energies to honesty and integrity, it would be a lot better for our country. They could do a lot better. They could do a lot of great things.
So, man, the witch hunt continues, I guess. Trump's been indicted on or I should say due to the documents, right? When they raided Mar-a-Lago and, found all the documents and, oh my goodness, it was this huge deal until Joe Biden had some too. And then it was, not such a big deal in the news. But of course, now he's being indicted. Now he is being indicted. I think the actual case is coming out of Florida. So, or he'll have to go to court, excuse me, in Florida. So I guess that's a good thing, right? It's not New York, but still, like the fact that it's even happening is just absolutely crazy to me. And, it just strengthens my support for him. And I can't wait to see the polls that are going to come out after this entire situation, because I think he's going to shoot up once again. I think he's going to take off once again. They are terrified of this man. Absolutely terrified. And I think a lot of people in this country are starting to realize that and understand that he's standing in the way of their agenda. So you mean to tell me Hillary, nothing. Joe Biden, nothing. Mike Pence, right? Nothing. But all of a sudden, Donald Trump? Goodness gracious. Like, share, comment, hit that subscribe button if you are new. And let's dive in.
We have a Fox News alert. Donald Trump says on Truth Social that he's been indicted. Quote, "The corrupt Biden administration has informed my attorneys that I have been indicted, seemingly over the boxes hoax, even though Joe Biden has 1,850 boxes at the University of Delaware, additional boxes in Chinatown, D.C., with even more boxes at the University of Pennsylvania, and documents strewn all over his garage floor where he parks his Corvette, and which is secured by only a garage door that is paper thin and open much of the time." Now, Fox News has not confirmed this, but we are just reporting on what Donald Trump just posted on Truth Social. Let's bring in Charlie Hurt, Fox News contributor. So, Charlie, we were hearing rumors that this was going to happen. The president, former, calls it the boxes hoax. What does this tell you on the same day we're learning that the Bidens took $10 million in bribes, supposedly, from Ukraine?
I think it's starting to get obvious what's going on here. The fact that that you have the two, this is no coincidence. I think it's clearly designed to, you actually had questions for some of the first questions we've seen of Joe Biden about the evidence that's coming out in Congress right now about deep and widespread corruption. This is not rumors. This is not smoke. This is actual evidence of it. He's been asked about it for the first time. So you see this drop on the exact same day. I think that the two are very related. I think that
Distraction. Interesting.
Especially when you step back and you consider that the charges that they're leveling against President Trump are the exact same charges that could be levied against Joe Biden himself and a host of other Democrats, including Hillary Clinton, as well as other Republicans. And the fact that he is the only one being charged, is evidence that they're terrified of him, and they realize that if he gets the Republican nomination, he will very likely beat Joe Biden or whoever it is the Democrats put up. They are terrified. That's what that tells you.
And we haven't seen.
I agree. And I spoke about this the other day. I predict Trump will win in 24. And they know it. They know it. I mean, the evidence is there. Obviously, yes, the election is a long way out. Okay, we understand that. We get that. Whatever. But if the election was held today, he would win. And when it's held in 24, he's going to win. Allegedly, a policy was changed. Right here on YouTube. Why? I have my speculation as to why. I personally think, I don't know this with 100% certainty. I don't have any facts to back this up, but I think when Trump wins, Democrats are going to cry about it and claim that he, did some shenanigans to win it. And everybody knows that he's going to win. I've shown video evidence. From actual people out on the streets talking about it. I've shown, from the LGBTQ community, the black community, the Hispanic community, all right. We've obviously seen the polls. I mean, this guy is ahead in the Republican primaries by a country mile. And even in head-to-head polls versus Biden, he's ahead by, I think the last poll that I saw, him versus Biden, one of them said he was up by 7 points. So outside of the margin of error, come on. And his support is only growing. The last time when he got indicted in New York, he fundraised like $8 million in 24 hours or something. It was like some millions. I can't remember the exact number, but it was some millions. They know he's going to win. They see it. They're not stupid. These are smart folks that we're talking about here. These are smart folks. They see it from a mile away, and I think their strategy is to throw him in jail by any means necessary. And if you can't throw him in jail, it's a death by 1,000 cuts. We're going to cut you 1,000 times and hope you bleed out in the process. Not literally, obviously. Not literally. But just in terms of just going at him with this and that and accusation here and accusation there and over here, and we just gonna wear you out. We gonna pull the old Muhammad Ali rope-a-dope, right? We gonna dance around and tire you out. You'll bow out eventually. That's what I think their strategy is, and it hasn't worked thus far. And man, hopefully it doesn't work. That's all I can say.
In the indictment, Fox News has not even confirmed this. We're just reporting what the former president has said. But if you square up the documents that Donald Trump had, that's debatable whether or not he was even allowed to have them, because he's a former president. He has classification, declassification authority.
Yep.
That's a negotiation he was having. That's under the Presidential Records Act. That's not a criminal situation. Joe Biden had classified documents from when he was a senator, from when he was vice president. He has no authority to have those documents. He had them for decades in about 5 different locations. It is, I can't use that word. It is pretty aggressive to go after your political opponent on something you're probably 5 times more guilty of.
And of course, it would not be the first time a sitting administration went after Donald Trump, their political opponent, at the height of an election. It's exactly what happened in 2016. And so where did Joe Biden get this? He got that from the last Democratic administration. And you're exactly right about the boxes and the documents. At worst, what we have here is a constitutional debate about what are presidential records and how are they kept. And his main opponent in terms of the debate about that is the National Archives. and a part of the executive branch. This is a perfectly reasonable discussion to be having. But but you're exactly right. Of course, as vice president or as a United States senator, there is no question about whether or not Joe Biden had correct access to those classified documents that he took with him. And again, let's not forget, there's no question that if you take millions of dollars from the country of Ukraine and from China in exchange for American policy, then there's absolutely no question whatsoever, but you should go to jail and your family members should go to jail. I think that Joe Biden is desperate to run again. We're all wondering, why is he running again? He can't stand up. He can't complete sentences. He's running because he's afraid of going to jail.
Yeah, he's just fallen. He's been accused of taking bribes from Ukraine, China, and now he's going to arrest his political opponent right before the election year. I don't know about this. This does not smell right.
So yeah, this stuff is just, man. I feel bad for the guy. I mean, I couldn't imagine just every single day it's one attack after another attack after another attack. You know, it's just absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine. But I think if this or these other cases don't stick, if they don't stick and they don't throw this man in jail, they are in trouble. They are all in trouble. That's another interesting perspective as well. Maybe they want him in jail so that they don't go to jail. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comment section. Let me know. But then, I guess then again, another Republican could just throw them in. I don't know. This is all a whole mess. But like I said, I think if they don't throw him in jail, right? And I mean for an extended period, and can't you still run it for president even if you are in jail? I don't think there's anything that says that, hey, if you're in jail, you can't run for president. I mean, of course, I think if there isn't already, I think Democrats will try to add that. They'll cry that, you know, if they manage to lock up Trump, right? And he still runs. Oh my goodness, how can anybody run from jail? This is crazy. This is embarrassing. No, your current president is embarrassing. That's what's embarrassing. But I guarantee you that's what Democrats will say. But yeah, if they don't manage to throw him in jail or lock him up and throw away the key, this will majorly backfire. He's, you know, one of the last, like I said, the last polls I saw, I think he was up by like 7 points against Biden. He'll be up by 25 points. He will be up by 25 points. It will be something ridiculous. It will be the biggest blowout in history. In history. But hey, I pose the question to you all. What do you guys think about this situation? Let me know in the comment section below. Do you think they will actually manage to get him arrested? Do you think the charges will stick? Talk to me. Peace and love. I'm out.